The world is changing.
51 years ago, the War of the Wilds came to a stalemate. The people of the Graynor Peninsula set all plant life ablaze to stop the Stranglehold and built a mighty wall to keep the wilds at bay. All the while, they sat atop their monument, never truly knowing why this all began. A likeness of peace blanketed the blasted lands.
1 year ago, it all changed. An ancient god, once bound by old magic, found himself free and took his vengeance as his shackles were shattered. The mountainous city of Bulwark paid a grave price, but in the wake of this destruction comes the first glimpses of the possibility for true and honest peace.
Our heroes venture from their familiar homeland into the fullness of what their world was before the war. A world they've touched, but never truly seen. They find themselves caught between a land that has tried to end their lives hundreds of times over, and a country they helped decimate.
Under the canopy, they seek glory, truth, and salvation. The world is changing, and their hands will guide it. Hello, and welcome back to Another Path. My name is Chase, and I continue to be your GM. Today, our heroes discover the source of the corruption, or at least the magical corruption, of Tanner's Bog, and return to their journey with a few new friends. Thank you to our backers Everett, Patrick, and Connor for their support. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip down Another Path.
It's been orientation week, which means that some individuals have to speak in front of a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
These individuals might not usually have to speak in front of a lot of people.
Sure.
They also may not have ever had to hold a microphone before. But since I'm the guy behind the soundboard, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Right.
Ryan, the first time you said, "Is my microphone working?" I got very concerned for a second. Because I thought that your microphone wasn't working. And I was like, oh no.
Not great.
This audio format needs one thing, really, and that is a microphone.
As a karaoke host, it is fascinating to me how many people don't know that you're supposed to speak into the microphone.
And not just generally around it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
My favorite is when, because there's two microphones, and sometimes upwards of 7 people on that stage, because bitches be crazy.
Yeah. Well, if you stand on this stage, you're automatically
Yes.
That's how stages work.
What the case is that the one person who got all their friends to come up on stage will be holding the microphone, and then the other 6 will just kind of crowd around the other microphone in the general central area of them, and at that point, there's nothing you can do. You just boost that gain.
Yeah, just really crank it. Now, Ryan, the science behind, being on the stage is that because they are elevated, that means that their volume immediately starts that little notch above everyone else's, just because they're higher off the ground.
That is correct. That is absolutely correct.
That's the science of it.
I learned that in Physics 101. Height equals power.
Yeah, no, that height.
So Zach Robb is the strongest of us all.
There you go. Yes. That physical height immediately correlates to the depth of valleys and peaks of the wave form.
You know what else? That also explains Ryan Halfhill's voice.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Shout out Ryan Halfhill.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
It proves the true intelligence of the alien invaders on Invader Zim. Their rulers were the almighty tallest.
They are.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's not wrong.
It's gonna make playing my halfling negotiator for one of our upcoming home games really interesting, because he's a small boy. He's gonna try to talk his way out of everything.
There's an easy fix.
You're gonna
for
have to stand on so many counters.
Well, we have a Warforged in the party, so I might just live on top of his head.
That's
What I was going to suggest is you can sit upon the shoulders of my below average height tabaxi, and we just get a very long coat.
Hey, two dudes, one coat.
There we are. Classic.
I've seen that video.
Not on Tumblr.
Nah,
not
not anymore.
Tumblr. Can we talk about how just so unmarketable Tumblr is that Verizon took like a $1 billion loss?
It's crazy.
Wait, okay, apparently I didn't hear about this.
No.
Verizon sold Tumblr. Verizon initially purchased Tumblr for $1 billion.
Sure.
They sold it for $300 million.
No. No, they sold it for $3 million.
Oh, God. That's far worse.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, hold on. Now I'm gonna check.
Yeah, no, this is check-worthy.
Tumblr sale.
Because they got rid of the porn, and all of Tumblr decided, hey, we're gonna make this website as unmarketable as possible.
Yeah, Verizon Automatic reportedly has bought Tumblr for less than $3 million, according to Axios. A stunning drop in value from the $1.1 billion with a B that Yahoo paid for it 6 years ago.
Fucking yikes, dog.
Yikes.
Now, okay, in Verizon's defense, which is not a sentence I thought I would ever say.
No,
Hey,
go
I
on.
have Verizon.
In Verizon's defense, I have Verizon as well. Shout out
Same,
Verizon.
yeah.
If you want to give me free phone service,
Yeah.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
In Verizon's defense, they structured the deal in such a way that when Tumblr sold to this new company in such a way, they took less money for the sale, with the caveat that no one would be fired.
Oh, want that.
Okay, I do like that.
So that all 200-something people would keep their jobs.
Yeah, okay.
So
I'm all right with that. Well, I mean, I have
still
no say in the
appreciate-
matter, but still, I'm all right with that.
it's
I
a
still appreciate
huge
the
loss.
fact that like Tumblr is just it's the planes of chaos of the internet. Like,
And the first announcement from Automatic, spelled with 3 T's, was no, porn is still banned.
Well,
That went pretty well.
that was wild.
yeah, was that it?
Well, I mean, that was it for Beetlejuice. That was it for, that's what the voice is. That's what I've decided. That's where I gotta live for this guy.
Beetlejuice.
You want to get nuts?
Beetlejuice.
Let's get nuts.
It's showtime.
Playton's the one that jammed his hands in the water, right?
Meliton.
Meliton. I'm gonna go over to Meliton and drop a quick cure wounds on him.
He appreciates it, for certain.
Zephyr looks down and sees that his armor of Agathis is still there. He's like, that turned out pretty well for me.
Well, we might not be done.
This is true,
Now,
yeah.
we've gotta find the thing now.
That wasn't the thing?
Well, that was what the thing spawned. That wasn't the thing itself.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
like
fuck.
that at all.
I'm now gonna be a bit more conservative with my spell use.
Well, right now we just gotta figure out what it was that actually made it. I don't think it was a person. I think it was, I don't know. I don't know who did this. We've got a couple of working theories, but we gotta figure out what's going on here first.
Sure. Well, I guess everyone feeling okay? Anyone need to take a breather?
I feel
Jack?
great.
If we stop to breathe, we will sink into the water.
Yeah, that's a very excellent point, Captain.
We do have a limited time here. Paleton can only do that so often, and frankly, he's about tapped, so am I, and if we've got to do this over tomorrow night, you know it's gonna all come back.
How are you feeling, Jackson, though? You got your I can see part of your flesh that I normally couldn't see before.
I'm not great. On a scale of 1 to 96.
Okay. Don't save it. I'll cast a second level cure wounds on you.
I can do one.
Actually, no.
Actually, well, the first
Better
first
idea.
thing I do
Yes.
is pull out a yellow liquid, and I drink that.
Yay.
Drink my simple flask of sunshine, 2d4 plus 2.
I do have the cooler as well, if you need some drinks from the cooler.
That is... Alright, well, so that's 8.
I'm going to, around my druid necklace, grab the hunk of bone and the wood, and extend my hands out, and a small spectral pony appears, and I'm going to cast Healing Spirit.
Excellent.
So that's a minute.
It's a minute, and it's a d6, so I'm fine. Mordecai barely got touched.
Well, so it's 10, so it's 10d6?
Essentially.
Okay. So let me roll as many as I need, and then whatever's left over we can divvy up.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can have our NPCs that were down.
Yeah, they can probably heal up a little bit too.
Gather around.
I use up 8 of the 10 rounds, and I am back at full.
Nice.
Cool.
I'll send the pony over to the guy who jammed his hands in the water for an additional 2d6 of healing, which I'll roll that real quick.
Excellent.
7.
Cool.
And that only takes a minute, so we're still good there. How long has it been since we had that prep round?
It's been about half an hour.
Okay.
You're all heading, you're standing pretty close to the heart of the swamp at this point. You see Atticus snap his fingers and his eyes light up in a familiar fashion that you are all used to.
Magic eyes?
And then I will also activate my magic eyes.
You can both see pretty instantly that the magic in this bog is actually starting to fade away already. Not a lot, but a bit. Whatever it was that you killed seems to have taken a lot out of whatever was going on here. Atticus starts moving towards where it is fading to. This magic is receding somewhere.
So we're just kind of following it back to its source. Nice.
Looks like we're doing good work. Let's go, I guess. Take out this next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Jack, you want to break up front? I'm pretty fresh still.
I'm good. I just can't do the whirling dervish again.
Fair enough.
You still got your axe there, right?
Yes, I do, and I will take a more forward position with Jackson as well instead of splitting the middle.
Okay, cool.
Since I'm out of wild shapes now.
Your squad, a little bit tighter this time around, starts moving towards
love a tight squad.
A nice tight squad. After another couple of minutes of walking, you find yourself in a grove of trees. The water actually fades away here a bit, and you see hucked into a stump that is gnarled and blackened is a blade.
Ooh.
A black machete with a bright yew handle is stuck in this stump. It has a wicked curve at the end of the blade, cutting back into an axe-like shape that is just as sharp as the front.
I want it.
Is it magic?
Oh, very.
What kind?
It is... it seems to be flickering between a few different types. You can see a little bit of conjuration in there, but also some necromancy.
Before we go any further, I'm going to cast Long Strider on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Give myself a little bit extra speed. Would you like me all to go? I volunteer to go and touch the machete.
It is reeking of necromancy, so you just be careful, I suppose.
I would advise not.
Is that the source?
That's definitely the source. My companions and I, we've got a way that we can get it out of here without anybody having to touch it. We could take it back to our fellows, get it either purified or destroyed, whatever makes, whatever is more possible for doing. Probably destroyed, let's be real here. That thing is bad.
What if I want to touch it?
If you want this to be your reward for y'all's hard work, then as long as it gets out of this area, then go forth and be careful, but
I'll consider your offer. But let's get it out of here, I guess, first, yeah.
Alright, let's, boyos, guys who haven't been using magic this whole time, I'm exhausted, get to it.
I'm gonna turn on to guard duty, I'm gonna turn 180 and just start, keeping an eye out.
I'm gonna keep those magic eyes on if it helps, sort of, with that.
Absolutely.
process.
Jackson, what are you up to?
I am making an insight check on the leader dude.
Ooh, that's a good...
rather on the guy who said that this is the source, they can get it out of here and they want to purify
Absolutely, Meleton, the goblin.
That guy. Insight check is a 15.
Okay. He seems to be on the level. This would be an odd weapon for him to use anyways. Machete would essentially be like a super long sword for a goblin, especially a machete of this size. You don't think he has any specific intention to use this.
Okay. So I think they're actually trying to
Yeah, they just want to get this thing gone.
They just want to get it and get it gone.
Yep.
Great.
And they don't want it to come back.
Okay.
I was thinking about trying to read them, but then I remembered that Mordecai, there's a handsome shifter leading the pack, so Mordecai immediately trusts them.
Of course. So you see that handsome shifter, Atticus, and his friend Timon walk on over to the blade itself. They sheathe their shillelaghs and both snap their fingers. Rockets up from the ground, forms into like two cups, and clamps around the whole stump and blade situation. They lift it from the ground and are able to essentially turn it into a dirt, mud, rock suitcase.
I need to learn how to do that. I just look over to Zephyr. I just look over to the boys. I'm just like, I need to learn how to do that.
It helps if you've got friends, you know?
Well, I'm still pursuing my druidic craft. I'm a late comer.
Hey, I saw you turn into that octopus back there. That ain't nothing, my friend. Where did you see an octopus? I don't think I could do that before now.
There was a lake that my dad and I used to wander these woods, and just small place to pick up water. It was a river let out. Don't know how the hell the octopus got in the river, but
that must have been one very confused octopus, but here we are.
Yeah, but looking back, I didn't think of anything of it, but then I was like, this could be useful.
Probably was another druid or something.
Oh, shit. It was probably another druid.
Was it?
Dad lied to me. He told me that was a river octopus.
Two things, Mordecai. One, are you surprised?
No.
Two, how naked was that druid?
Well, he was an octopus, so very.
It's all right, buddy. It's all right. And it's actually the changeling, Timon, walks over and kind of claps you on the back. Come on, buddy. Let's get you on back.
I get a small flash of PTSD from the changeling, and then I get over it, because there's a handsome shifter leading him, so.
Handsome shifter with a very fine afro.
Hell yeah. I'm still going to be on high alert as we start making our way back.
Of course.
Do we think... I've got one last decent spell in the tank if we want to try to make a quiet way back.
I wouldn't say no to it. What'd you say, May? Yeah, all right. Go ahead and pop it.
Alrighty. Yeah, everyone.
Can't hurt.
Everyone just group up a little bit, and I'll cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
As I grab the hunk of wood on my necklace and kind of rub a crescent moon into it, just a little bit of darkness kind of seeps off from my form, and just a little bit of wind blows and gives us a little bit of, just kind of blends us in with the environment a little bit more.
Everybody go ahead and roll stealth.
Be 21 for Mordecai.
A 28 for Zephyr.
Hold on to your butts. 36.
Jesus fuck. How?
I am proficient now because elf.
Right.
Well, that, and he doesn't have disadvantage because he has the breastplate.
Yep. And I rolled a 19 plus 7 plus 10. 36.
Jesus. All right.
Ryan, you told us you multiclassed into cleric, not rogue.
Shh, Ryan's not here anymore.
So you all drop into stealth mode and you turn around and you almost give yourselves away in that moment because joining you rather than Timon the changeling is a giant horrifying bat thing.
Yeah, it's one of these.
Jackson, you have already seen the Kyrip Striders before.
What's up? I high-five him.
A long, spindly arm comes up with a very tiny claw at the end and just goes up. Boop.
Oh, fuck.
I go for the high-five and go, oh, maybe a bump. Yeah.
It bumps.
Bump. There you go.
And they load up the stone suitcase onto its back. and this thing is much stealthier than any of you thought it could be for as large as it is. This thing it moves with a grace you did not expect something as awkward looking as this to be.
How do I become you? I guess I can now.
Mm-hmm. There's a stat block.
Yeah! Y'all get used to this thing, because I'm going to be it any moment I have now. That's 4 hours a day I can be this bitch.
You all make your way back perfectly fine. You all move away from the Hardcrafters district lest anybody catch wind of you, and you move back into the better lit area of closer to the ill-kept keep. Timon, who had turned into the changeling, shifts back. He and Atticus double team the stone suitcase, and they set it down, and they turn to you. All right then, friend, the offer still stands as long as I am understanding correctly. We can offer you something perfectly fine, or if you really want it, you can take this terrible blade.
As tempting as the terrible blade is, I don't know what it does, and it may if it can do that to a swamp, who knows what it'll do to a man.
This was the thing I was going to ask you to consider, but I'm glad you came to that conclusion on your own.
Man, but it looks so cool.
No, look, I understand. This is I imagine somebody can, if you describe this blade to somebody can make it maybe a little less evil, but until then, I think we're going to go ahead and hold on to it. We'll take it to the rest of the brothers.
I'd like to make an intelligence check.
Absolutely.
12.
Okay.
Mordecai?
Yo.
Maybe, you know how we're supposed to, be over here to meet with important people and try to create a lasting peace on the continent and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe leaving the bioweapon here is a good idea.
But it's cool.
But it kills living things.
So do we.
You're here to create peace, you say?
Don't listen to him. No, yeah, we are.
Well, we're gonna try.
You are from the other side, then.
That obvious?
I mean, it was pretty clear from the beginning.
We got
the elves talked a lot about books, and we don't have an overabundance of those most places out here.
That is fair.
Jackson realizes that he might have the most books on this side of the wall.
No, I'm actually, I was born on this side, but I didn't spend a lot of time here.
Huh.
Yeah.
No kidding. Very good. Well,
hang on. I'm thinking about. I'm thinking if I want to ask a question.
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, yeah. Mordecai is trusting, and he trusts Atticus.
Yep.
Can I ask you something, Atticus?
Yeah. Yeah. What's going on?
The name Greenstone ring a bell to you at all?
Yeah.
What's it mean to you?
I mean, it's been years since I heard it. I rolled a nat 20.
Shit.
Had a couple of cousins that went missing with that name.
Shit. Hang on.
So I think does Mordecai actually reel with this information?
Yes, he doesn't scream like Griffin did, but he's definitely does the long blink, like, what?
I didn't know them super well. They were, I was like 3 when they left.
What's your father's name? It's not Cenas, is it?
No.
Okay.
Dad's name is Vite.
Okay. Sorry, just kind of caught a little off guard there.
Vite Amberwood.
Amberwood. That makes you an Amberwood?
Mm-hmm. We grew up out in the sticks, closer to Lee, but we didn't actually live in the city proper.
Gotcha. Well, Atticus Amberwood, I'll stick my hand out again. Mordecai Greenstone.
Pleasure, cousin. Grabs your hand and brings you in for a big old bro hug.
Yeah.
I lean over to Saphir. Oh, that's what that means.
There you go. You got it, man.
Surnames over here, I don't know. The nomenclature's weird.
Different strokes for different folks, I suppose.
Well, damn.
In that case, I'm definitely going to be giving you this. And he reaches into a pocket on his leather armor, and he pulls out a small badge. And Zephyr and Jackson, you see both Timon and Meletin do the same. And to each of you, you are handed a small badge with a tree on it. We're members of the Batulan Brotherhood. We defend nature from those who would live in it and utterly destroy it. We try to make sure a balance is maintained so that we can all try and live in harmony. We're not the organization we used to be, but we do have members in high places. People know our name out here. And if you hand a badge off to the right person, you might be able to make some headway where you might not be getting it earlier on.
Noted. Thank you. I don't have anything cool to give you in return. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You're out here on your own. You're doing whatever it is you're doing. That's all right. You're home. That's what counts.
Yeah.
Zephyr will step forward, offers for the bro grabs and give him a shake. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hopefully that this helps a little.
Here's hoping. All right, guys, let's get this back up to camp. Best not to be out when there's no guards about. So
well, hold on one second.
Yeah.
I've actually got something that you guys might be able to make use of, I suppose.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
I go into my pouch and I pull out 4 of the psychic gem foci.
Yeah.
And hand them off. I distribute 1 to each.
Huh.
We found this in I guess you could call it a rebel camp, and our magic doesn't really line up with it, but maybe yours does, or maybe somebody can use it.
We'll send them down the pipeline. We'll see what we can do. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Can definitely see what we can be doing about this. All right. Well, I'll be keeping an eye out for you. You heading to leave then? Said you're making peace, right?
We're making the long way around, but yeah.
It's going to be a journey.
Yeah, we've got to beat all the gyms to get all the badges first.
We just got our first badge.
We did.
We got the Senge gym badge.
Tree badge.
Chase's face, I think that...
We just beat the acid gym.
That makes me worry from Chase's face that we actually have to go around and collect all the badges.
I'm just thinking about future campaigns.
There we go.
Right.
Well.
You all, fuck, that'd be a really good... I'm writing this down. Pokemon Quest Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
But no electric gyms.
Good luck to you. Be safe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Walk easy, cousin.
Walk easy.
All right.
You'll never walk alone.
I have family.
And I'll turn to the boys. Shall we head back to the ill-kept keep then?
Yes, I'm so tired.
I'll hold up that business card with that swath of a tent on it. Be like, I have someone to call on.
Okay.
You mean Aquila the barmaid?
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
I wrote her name down to remember to compete with you about that.
All right, the 3 of you return to the ill-kept keep. I know what shenanigans Zephyr is getting up to. What about the 2 of you?
I slap Zephyr on the back and cast guidance.
No! I cast whatever the opposite of guidance is. I can't do that.
Go with Gaia.
Go with Gaia.
Also, and I kind of lean in, I'm like, you good?
To me?
You good?
Am I good?
Do you need some... You're good? You're gonna be fine, right? You're good?
I believe I'm good, yes.
Let me know if you, need a little extra boost.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I want you to know if I need a boost.
I have it on very good authority that through some experiments, magic can be used for other purposes, and I can spare the dying.
Oh my god.
I put my hand on your shoulder, and I go, we will never speak of this again. And I walk away.
Big old thumbs up.
We will never speak of this again.
Oh, man.
Zach, you're on fire tonight, dude.
All right.
As much as Griffin wants to have Mordecai try to interrupt Zephyr's game,
His tryst,
because
That's a good word.
Mordecai deeply, Mordecai desires the affections of a shifter woman.
there's probably other shifter women around.
This
I
is
just found
literally
one.
the only one we've ever met. That's not my mom or sister.
No, I met her. You have not. You heard about it from us.
No, we were in the bar. I saw her too, Zephyr. But
Yeah,
listen,
like an hour later, man, you were off moping.
I was not moping. I was seeking spiritual guidance from a...
And then you were moping.
Shut up, voice in the sky.
In wolf form.
First, you ran off to look at bats, and then
I did it. These are all valid points. What I'm saying, Zephyr, is that
Zephyr's gone. This is just Zach and Griffin talking.
I'm... Fine! Go get laid. See if I care.
Jackson's already gone too. Mordecai's just standing in the middle of the tent shouting.
I go to bed. Fuck this.
Mordecai goes to bed. Zephyr goes to another bed.
Zephyr goes to bed.
God damn it, Zephyr.
Jackson, what are you doing?
I very briefly check and make sure that Amareya is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he's sleeping. I check on him like a little toddler.
You actually don't find him back at the tent.
I flip out briefly and then
Yes.
go to the main big tent, remembering that exists.
And you see him and Master B surrounded by a bunch of people just listening to them talk.
Okay. I won't approach. I'll just open the tent and see that they're there and safe and just kind of catch his eye and just give him a little thumbs up and gesture back to the tent.
He turns and addresses the crowd, and they're all listening to him talk, and he's just talking about creation and the act of creation and how that really affects the world around you. And he sees you, and just as, a matter of him speaking, he gives you a little bit of a thumbs up as a part of his normal gestures and continues on talking.
Great. Knowing he's fine, I will go back to our tent, briefly check and see if there is a letter.
Okay? There is, as a matter of fact.
Dear Jackson, things are pretty much the same here at school. Obviously, being deputy headmistress means more duties, but the most adventure I see is catching students using their textbooks to slide down the banisters. Not gonna lie, there was a part of me that wanted to join them, but being in charge combined with the likeliness of me falling and breaking my arm was too high, so I have to resign myself to giving them a detention, which is much less fun. I really miss you guys, and I hope to get to hear from you soon. XOXO. Addie.
Jackson, very tired, just kind of rolls the scroll back up and just kind of holds it close and falls asleep.
Zephyr. Zach.
Hi.
My friend Zach.
Hi, what's up? What's up, Chase Cranley?
So now you and I get to do the fun thing that does happen in our gaming group from time to time, where we get to decide.
Play seduce the DM.
Yeah. So how much of an intense game of seduce the DM do we want to play here with this?
I don't know, man. My fiance listens to this show. That'd be weird.
So do we just want to leave this up to some rolls and we'll see how this goes?
I say, yeah. You just tell us do some rolls. We'll do
some rolls and do a tasteful cutaway.
A tasteful entrance and cutaway sort of thing. Yeah, it'll be good.
I'm here for that. You walk up to the tent that is that matches that swatch. There is a post right near the door there. You give it a knock.
Yeah.
Aquila appears and she's there. She has a much more feline appearance than the other shifters that you're used to. And she gives you a bit of a wink. Well, hello there.
Sorry. I was trying. I couldn't.
You weren't trying,
Sorry.
though. Go ahead and make me a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Oh,
Yes.
I'm baller.
She is trying to take control of the situation.
That is 19 plus 8, 27.
All right, you are able to meet her gaze, and you don't blush or whatever the dragon.
I give her
equivalent of
very
blushing.
charming, not eyebrows, but like eye ridge raise.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And what roll would you like to make to continue the scene into the cutaway?
Performance natch.
Natch. Go ahead and roll that performance check.
Guidance.
That
Yeah,
guy.
just for fucking overkill. Let's do this shit.
Bilgo would be proud.
That is a 33.
Oh my god in heaven.
Wait. 18 plus 4, 22. Yeah, plus 11, 33.
You walk in, the flap shuts behind you. There are flowers growing in your footsteps.
Some giggles are heard.
Sweet 80s synth music plays.
Good.
Perfect.
We cut away to the following morning. You all have reconvened at the that central tavern of the ill-kept keep. Zephyr, you proudly meet your companion's eyes and speak nothing more.
I say nothing. I grab like a cup of coffee and I just sit down, like put my feet up on the table.
I'm giving him just a little bit of side eye.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a stank eye, but it's a side eye.
I do like a nonchalant fist bump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, under the table.
No, to you.
Yeah.
Just a little, just kind of sneaking along the table.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, just out of view of Mordecai, out of his eye, his eye shut.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Sip.
What is everybody's passive perception, real quick?
14.
16.
Passive perception is 15.
Okay.
16.
Anybody 15, 16, and 14, was it?
Yeah, just write down that line.
Okay, cool. So 15 and up. 15 was the cutoff for this. Sorry, buddy. But it actually makes sense for Jackson to be seeing this. So it's the three of you there, but you also have Balit and Amareya Dejani, and they're continuing their discussion. They're really getting on now that they've had this little bit of time together. But you also see some people scattered around the tent, giving Amareya Dejani a little bit of a wave. He returns it in kind, happily, not exchanging words, but having these little brief moments with folks. You notice not among your group is Kyron. Having to make a quick run to the tent anyways, Balit returns with a note saying that you are to meet Kyron at some stables as soon as you are all prepped and ready to go.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Sounds good.
Time to go, lads.
Let us go.
I'm gonna finish shoveling down my breakfast.
Yeah, down that coffee.
I do make a note to burp in Zephyr's direction.
Match.
I press the digitation in the air for breeze style. Minty.
Just fuck you. I can't. You're such a shit.
I love you so much.
Let's go.
I just kind of look back and forth. I'm like, is this what this is now?
Yeah, I put it
No,
on.
just give me the day, all right? Give me like an hour. Just let me grouse.
I put another fist out to Jackson.
Oh my god, I'm right the fuck here.
That wouldn't... Zephyr, we should probably not, rejoice at Mordecai's pain. Natural 1 sleight of hand.
I druidcraft a stick in your nose, just a twig appears in your snout.
Oh, in my nose?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not
It's slightly uncomfortable.
Oh, pull it out. Yeah.
Fuck you.
I give a look.
Let's go. I'm going to the stables. Feel free to join me if you like.
Oh,
And these three adults walk to the stables.
These three heroes.
These 3 decimators walk to...
Have a completely adult interaction, wildly mature, walking over to the stables, filled with giant, terrifying, horse-sized bats.
Yes.
Chiron's there, and he's got his arms crossed, and he's got a breakfast stout in one hand and a haunch of bacon in the other. Not like strips of bacon, like a big, like just cut of bacon that has been cooked up.
Yeah.
He has a partial pig.
Exactly. He's got a haunch of pig, and he takes a nasty bite off of it and swills some breakfast stout, and he's like, "All right, lads, ready to get going?"
I am so ready for this.
All right, come on in.
Let's leave this town.
He leads you inside, and just as you saw last night, you have several of these Kyrup Striders ready and waiting for you. They range in color only slightly, mostly blacks and browns. Sizes vary a little bit as well, and there is a selection of tack that is all different, only cosmetically, but is different nonetheless. You may now enter the customize your mount screen of another path.
Hey.
So tell me about your Kyrup Strider.
Yeah, no, mine's probably like a nice light brown, like getting towards that bronzish.
Sure.
Just 'cause me. Yeah, I want mine to be a female and I name it Fava. And yeah, if there's like a fancy like saddle, like you know me. It's gotta match my purse I just bought.
Absolutely. It's black and paisley.
Awesome.
He
I love
is
that.
fabulous.
Also a thing I wanted to do, and this might be a perfect place to do it. I want to see if there's a chance I could purchase just like a leather sort of strap, almost like a belt, kind of, just like a single strap.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a thing I could purchase from this place. I feel
What are you purchasing it for? Any particular reason? Or?
I have an idea of something for Mordecai.
Okay.
That I would like to use that for.
Okay. Drop a gold.
Dope.
Absolutely.
Yeah. While we're loading up, I go, Mordecai, do you still have those fangs with you?
Yeah.
I have this idea.
Yes.
If I may.
Go on.
I lay like the strip of leather down on a table and like take my dagger and just kind of give it like a light pierce, and then like I put my hand out for like one of the fangs.
Sure.
And I just pierce it through the leather strap, and then start making another hole for the other one and pierce them through. And I go, give me your fist, your big meaty fist, please.
Yes.
And I just want to
all right, I'm here
wrap
for it.
like the tops of one of his fists,
Like a castus.
Yes, with these fangs, so they're just hanging off his hand.
Ooh.
So
All
he
right,
can just
you got
punch things with basilisk fangs.
Fuck yeah.
You've got fist bites.
Yeah, I've got some fist bites.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if you want to make stats for that, or if you just want to say,
Yeah,
It's just like punch someone with a basilisk fang.
well, I mean, yeah, it gives it like fire damage and stuff, though.
Fist bites.
But yeah, so you've just got like brass knuckles, but with basilisk fangs.
Hell yeah.
Very good. All right, Jackson, what does your Kyrup Strider look like?
I find the Kyrup Strider version of everyone's favorite long-lost character, Mr. Ed.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
What a good horse.
I find the female version of Mr. Ed, the Kyrup Strider, and I will name her Edwina.
Of course.
And I will get tack and such for her that is suitable for mounted combat. So practical, but also allows me to move a little bit on it.
Absolutely.
Some good stirrups.
Sturdy stirrups. Also, if possible, because Jackson doesn't do things in halves, if possible, that the saddle or whatever can be constructed in such a way that if you need to, you can turn around and ride backwards.
Okay. That will cost just a little bit extra.
That's
go ahead
perfectly
and
fine.
drop another 20 gold on the Lazy Susan saddle.
Yep. Lazy Susan saddle. Writing that down.
Yep. But yeah.
Are we paying gold for the Striders as well?
No.
Just the extra stuff? Okay.
Yeah, you get like the Striders and standard tack that comes as a part of the deal that Kyron has somehow managed to work out for y'all. You're not exactly sure what that deal is, but he's got some way with folk. Anything beyond that, that's on you.
Gotcha.
Mordecai.
I find a brown Kyrup Strider, probably one that's due for a shearing, a haircut. And I name her Amber.
Okay. Nice.
After my new cousin, and also a slight reminder of who we're working for. And honestly, just going bareback.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe like some saddlebags, like slot my weapons into and stuff, but just going bareback.
Do you feel safe that way?
No, but that's part of the fun. Need some danger.
All right.
I mean, like, I'll get a saddle, sure.
If you check the Facebook chat, the stats are in there.
Ah, shit,
and
yeah.
If you want to, if those listening at home, if you want to take a look at these stats, definitely go ahead and check out our Patreon, which we'll be plugging at the very end there. Other than that, you all mount up and you take a look at each other. Everybody's ready to go. You see Baelit has picked out a Kyrup Strider of his own. It is pure black, and it has some silver stitching in the saddle itself. Amaria Dejani has one that is surprisingly auburn and is just a little bit smaller than some of the other ones, but feels a kinship to it. You all saddle up, and you head out into the wilderness. Thank you for joining us here on Another Path. You can find our website and merch store at anotherpathpodcast.com, on Twitter at anotherpathpod, and on Facebook at facebook.com/anotherpathpodcast. You can support our efforts by donating at patreon.com/anotherpath. A special thanks to our donor Nathan N. Or by giving us a rating or review over on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcatcher will let you. You can also find me on Twitter at TQLoudly, Ryan at Ryan_Albrecht, Griffin at Griffcold, and Zach at That Guy Zach Robb. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode, and until then, remember that sometimes it's not about the treasure you take, but the treasure you don't take.